Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Sailor Nation Sports. We are coming to you live from Sailor Stadium on the new track here, my friend. And what a great day, but what a very special day it is.
It is a special day, and it's finally what the seniors have been waiting for, the culmination of their senior year, the commencement ceremony. And delayed, obviously, because of the pandemic situation going on, but here we are yet today on a beautiful, you couldn't ask for a much better day than this.
Oh my God, it's absolutely spectacular. The stands are going to be filled. Obviously, social distancing will be in place. Everyone is being asked to wear a mask, as we are, but right now we're broadcasting. We don't need to do it. But it's a breathtaking day. The skies are blue, baby blue color of Mona Shores, the white clouds, and 4 years have passed for these seniors here at Mona Shores.
They have.
And it truly is a special day. And yesterday was a great day for us as well.
Yeah, we had the opportunity. Those that joined us both on YouTube and Sailor Nation Sports Network. We did the honors convocation yesterday. Had a couple of technical difficulties that I believe we've got worked out for today. So that's going to be already we're off to a better start.
Yep, we've got Noah on the far west side.
Noah is looking at us right now.
Right
we
over
wave
there.
at the
There's
crowd
Noah.
there.
We've got Kimmon over here on the east side of the football field. Home and visitor sides will be filled. The graduates are over on the pole vault area and long jump area lining up.
They will be coming into the stadium kind of in the northwest corner. Northeast corner.
Yeah, they're lined up behind the visitor side. They're walking over there. Seats all marked off, social distancing protocol in place with little dots on the football field as well.
It's interesting what we have to go through here to get everything to where it needs to be. But you know what? The faculty, the administration have really done a tremendous job of making this. I remember back when we were canceling the school year, and Principal Bustard made a promise to these seniors that they were going to get an amazing graduation at some point. And here we are today.
And you know what? I really like it outside versus being inside at the arena, to be honest with you.
It does give a different feel to it.
It does. It does, and it's a hometown feel. It's a hometown feeling. Still, we're just outdoors enjoying this beautiful weather, and kudos to Superintendent Bill O'Brien, along with Principal Buster, along with her whole administrative staff, to pull this up, because logistically, it's a nightmare. But the Greek gods are shining on,
Well, here they are, those weather Greek gods.
Well, those weather Greek gods are shining. And what if it was, too many what ifs, but we don't have to worry about that today, because it's going to be good.
It's beautiful. And
I'm looking here, and thank you for providing a breakdown of order of events. Slideshow started at 4:30, 4:55. Platform participants to enter the staging area, led by Principal Bustard. 5 o'clock it starts, and Dan Vandermine is going to be doing a lot of emceeing here, and it really is going to be a beautiful day.
Yeah, it definitely is.
For these seniors here at Mona Shores High School.
And just so you know, if you're just joining us, we have been adding people. I forgot to tell you, we've been adding people all day. The last few days, we've been adding people so that you guys can capture this moment. Those that can't be here, obviously, each family was limited on the initial number of tickets, and then there were extra tickets available for families that didn't use them. So there was some extras. Anyway, not everybody was able to attend this event that wanted to be here tonight. So we are bringing this to you live via the Sailor Nation Sports Network page, as well as the YouTube feed, which if you don't have, a lot of people don't have Facebook. You're one that doesn't use Facebook very often.
Well, very often. I get on it periodically now that I'm a grandfather, Papu in Greek, so I can see my granddaughter at times too. But it's a good thing. But I do want to share one thing. We had a trial run up in Holton High School.
We did.
Back in June.
Yep.
And it worked out well. In fact, I was telling Superintendent O'Brien, over 1,000 people watched it after the fact it was done. We're hoping we have that many, if not more, sailors all over the world watching it.
Yeah, and we just had one comment on here that there's a 1973 graduate joining us out here today. And I don't know, I got to go back to the comment, but I think they might be here on the field enjoying this with us. Yep, 1973 graduated on this field. So back in 1973, that's Lynn Paquin. So, and that must have been back when they did do the graduations here at the school. So, but anyway, we're happy to be here. Obviously, our normal roles, Nick, is going to be sports. And we certainly have the ability to do more things. And, with this whole pandemic and the shutdown of nearly everything, especially the schools and changing all that kind of stuff, being able to help out with this kind of stuff. We've always talked about bringing our shows to people that can't get here. They can't get to a football game, that are out of town, that are, in the militaries or overseas. In this case, limited because of the number of people each student could have here. This is why we do this, and it's one of the things that makes it so special for us to be able to do that.
Well, yeah, and I was just toying around. Eventually maybe we can tweak our name, because right now we're Sailor Nation, and we love being Sailor Nation Sport. Might eventually down the road turn into Sailor Nation Network.
Yeah.
And brought to you by today Sailor Nation Sports, and maybe Theater Nation Theater and the music and stuff.
I had a really good talk with Mike Reinhardt, who runs all of the production for plays and all that kind of stuff. And he says, we need to talk. We need to talk about what you guys can do for different plays and productions that they put together, being able to provide those out.
We would love to be able to do it, and thus the name may change a little bit. You know what? We're still going to be here. We're not going anywhere.
We're not going
anywhere. In fact, we've got some good news to pass along, too, that Mr. Drosky is going to be opening it up to his classroom, and that's our number one goal, is to turn this into a curriculum for the students here at Mona Shores.
Yeah, one of the things we talked about, Mr. Drosky had talked about making this a 7th-hour option for his class, and definitely want to continue to work that forward. We'll be talking to Mr. Drosky once the school season starts back up here. And we're going to make that a thing. And
we're going to make it happen. It may take a few years down the road and some fine tuning, but I tell you what, it's good to have Mr. Drosky on board with
fantastic
us
resource
in order to do that.
Absolutely.
Because this is, what, we have fun, and we want to share this around to students, male or female, who want to get into sports journalism or just communications in general.
Right. Yeah, it looks like the administration and board members are getting ready to come in over here on our right-hand side.
Yeah, in fact, Connors is going into communications at MCC.
Yeah, and Connor, rather, he like he said, he started first and foremost with us, and wants to go into broadcast, wants to intern and all that kind of stuff. I think it's a great opportunity. Any student that wants to come into something like this and get their feet wet in broadcast would not even begin to pretend to know everything. But certainly we've got a lot of opportunities, and you with your education background for years and years, we've got a lot that we're going to be able to offer to any students that want to participate with us.
Mona Shores, and I want to share the grassroots effort of what we want to do. I'll let them fine-tune it based on how it's going to meet the individual needs of their curriculum, based on what they've established through Superintendent O'Brien and Principal Jennifer Bustard.
Right. So, yes, we're watching the board members and administration of the school making their way to their designated sitting areas. Again, this is per the health department, state, and schools' social distancing guidelines. Everybody that is going to be up there speaking and is interacting with each other and any of the students, all wearing masks.
Well, you know what? I was looking at the masks, and you've got what you have. I got what. I think we need to have Sailor Nation Sports.
I've already listen. I'm working on that. Yep.
You're always like one step ahead of me.
Well, I wouldn't say always one step ahead,
but in this case you are, aren't you? Yeah, in this case you are, my friend, and that's good. But we're looking on. We're going to have a banner made, so we can start taking it for us. I'm working on that. We're going to get that going ASAP. We're working on a what did you call it? A door. what was it? The thing that you want?
Oh, a door wrap.
A door wrap.
Yep, yep.
I'm working with Brad Peters over Classic Stamp and Sign. He's going to be helping us. Good to have Brad on board with us.
Yeah, so
him right now so he can watch it.
I believe we're going to get started here relatively quick. Again, thank you everybody for joining us here at Sailor Nation Sports Network, both via Facebook and YouTube with this opportunity. So I see some movement going to the stage. We're going to look at Noah's camera there and see what we got going on. Once they get going here, folks, we're going to let them take this show. You won't hear us talking much more after that. So we did want to thank everybody that's joining us, and it's our honor to be able to bring this to you for those that can't be here today. So, and it looks like Miss Bustard is getting ready to go. So we'll let her go.
It is the day we have been waiting for. Let's hear our graduates hear us from the stadium. Give them a round of applause. Welcome, parents, family, friends, staff, administration, and Board of Education members to the 56th commencement exercise, where we honor and celebrate the graduation class of 2020. It is indeed a great day to be a sailor. Will you please stand and remain standing as our graduates enter the arena for the processional? Let them hear you. Oh yeah, here they come. welcome class of 2020. Sailor Nation, let's give them a round of applause. Our ceremony today will have new traditions, some that will be ones that will be missed, but today will be definitely memorable, and I'm so pleased that we are actually here together today to be able to do this. We get to do this. At this time, please remain standing. Alumni Matthew Robertson will be singing the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streaming. And the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
That's gotta be so hard in the wind.
Wide lead in the silver T-34 is John Workman. He'll be making one more pass. In the yellow T-34 on his left wing is Rick Creeks from Battle Creek. On the right wing in the L-17, Bill Fungal of Grand Haven. They salute the Mona Shores class of 2020.
Wasn't that amazing? Absolutely amazing. Let's give a round of applause for our hooligans. Awesome. You may be seated. Before us are the seniors, or now graduates, who've completed a journey that has prepared them for their futures. They couldn't have come to this day without the many people that have provided the unconditional support and love. If you look around this beautiful high school Sailor Stadium, you'll see the faces of all of our parents and family members who've been a part of your journey and have provided that support, especially in the past several months. Graduates, please join me in a round of applause for your parents and your families. Along with our family and friends are the educators, the teachers from preschool to elementary to middle school to high school who have cared for you, who have challenged you, who have inspired you, who've given you countless opportunities to help you launch into the amazing futures you're going to have. Let's give our teachers from Campbell, Churchill, Ross Park, Lincoln Pell, the middle school and the high school a round of applause. Graduates, your day is here. We honor you. We have deep appreciation, more than we have ever had today, for the people who you have become given what you have experienced. We are anchored in hope that given your experiences and your ability to be resilient and persevere despite the challenges will no doubt make this world a kinder and better world. The class of 2020 has reached so many milestones in an unbelievable high school career. While it was cut short, there were many, many things to be proud of. 110 of these seniors earned academic honors. 28 seniors earned a 3.5 or higher. 47 seniors earned a 3.75 or higher. And 35 seniors earned a 4.0 or higher. Students earned countless academic awards and scholarships that were recently honored at last night's honors convocation. Our National Honor Society chapter, led by our seniors, totaled well over 3,000 hours in community service, tutoring hours, earning national recognition and receiving the Impact Award. Outstanding National Honor Society members. There are 22 student athletes from the class of 2020 who have signed a national letter of intent to compete at the collegiate level in the respective sports, a record. 7 of them who have received full athletic scholarships to either play at Division I or Division II collegiate level. Amazing. There are a few teams that accomplishments were extraordinary from the class that have inspired us and united our community. The Mona Shores High School varsity football team's trip to Ford Field and winning the first ever state championship in front of 10,000 Sailor fans was a day to remember. The competitive cheer team finishing an incredible 5th place in the state championships at the Deltaplex was inspiring. The girls bowling team and girls golf team both making trips to the state finals and earning academic all-state. Traditionally, we do not name individual accomplishments, but I would be remiss if I did not mention that senior Libby Knoll placed 2nd in the nation in high jump and was an all-stater. The list of fine arts awards is extensive as well. Most notably, the Mona Shores Public Schools Fine Arts Department's earning national distinguished for being named Best Communities for Music Education in 2020 for the 5th year in a row. Graduates, your accomplishments over the past 13 years have defined you as a class of high academic, arts, and athletic achievements, and you've taken full advantage of all the opportunities your teachers have provided you. You've also demonstrated you are a class that has a strong sense of service to your school, your community, and most important, to one another. Through this leadership, you have demonstrated core values of respect, kindness, care, compassion, grace. Some of those qualities we name as the Sailor Pride. Take those values with you. Never lose sight of them. They will serve you well. At this time, we are pleased that we will be introducing this year's senior song selection that is written and composed by Sebastian Barnett, Sophie Recknagel, and Malia Swartz. The title is Who We Are. Enjoy.
How long have we been waiting on this say? I thought it would be easy, but I don't know what to say. And I know it's hard to see me go, but please just dry your eyes. They were right when they told me how time flies.
A beautiful message and a beautifully sung song. Thank you so much. At this time, I'd like to introduce our Superintendent of Mona Shores Public Schools, Mr. Bill O'Brien.
Well, with talent like that, it's sure not hard to see why 5 years in a row we're recognized as a best community for music education. One more time for an incredible original song. Class of 2020, Mrs. Buster began by talking about support and the people that are here to support you tonight. And I'd like you to keep those people in mind. Not only the people that are here tonight, but the people that couldn't be here tonight. Think about the people over the years that have been there to support you. The bus drivers, the teachers, the paraprofessionals, the kitchen staff, your family and friends for sure. You can look all around you and you're surrounded by a stadium of people that are here to support you and all that you've done, and you've done a ton. And the road ahead of you is going to get tough. There's going to be tough times. There's going to be time when you need support again. And I would ask you to always remember that your family, your entire Sailor family is here for you. We'll continue to support you. We'll cheer you on from wherever we are and wherever you are. Once a sailor, always a sailor is something that you need to keep in mind as you move forward. Remember tonight when a stadium full of people showed up to support you. Every single one of us is here because we believe in you. We know when you leave this stadium, you're going to do amazing things. You're going to get a ton of advice. And every time somebody walks up to a microphone, they feel like they have to offer you advice, of course, so I'm going to do the same. Show up. As you get into the world, you'll realize that's a huge thing. Show up. When you show up, work hard. And then most of all, be kind. You do those three things, and unbelievable things will happen. With that, it's my pleasure to introduce to you your student speakers from the class of 2020, Emily Mann and Sophie Recknagel.
Thank you, Mr. O'Brien, for that introduction. And thank you to Mrs. Bustard and my fellow Board of Education members for everything you've done to make today possible. I'm honored to be here today in front of my peers and our families on this special day. As coronavirus has dictated our lives for the past few months, it's hard to not feel its pull into disparity and pessimism. Coronavirus has taken so much from us that we often forget about the silver lining within it. This pandemic has caused us to hold our friends and loved ones a little tighter, live each moment to the fullest, and has created a strength and resilience within us. While I regret not soaking in every moment of our senior year for what it was, I'm still able to reflect back on some of my favorite memories with my best friends. Whether it be football games, choir concerts, dances, or even taking exams, I'm grateful to have experienced these events with all the people sitting before me today. While this may be an unorthodox way of finishing out our senior year, it has bonded us together like no other class before us. Even from afar, we've been able to share in each other's triumphs and defeats through parades, social media, and live streams. In wake of all of this, one may only remember our high school years in this eventful, quarantined end. But as we venture to places near and far from our home here in Norton Shores, let us not forget the lessons our alma mater has taught us. While the pride matrix will be inscribed into our brain for years to come, we should not soon forget the other lessons the Mona Shores staff has shown us. Through their teaching, friendship, and leadership, we have been shown how to spread kindness, bring joy, and show dedication in all that we do. The Mona Shores staff, K through 12, have shown us how to make the world a better place, and we hope to make you proud as we begin the next chapter of our lives. We have been shown how to display kindness by looking at Mona Shores' emphasis on respect. whether it be by spreading loving words in the chalkboard project, painting inspiring murals, or teachers accepting late assignments because they understand how hard high school can be. Kindness flows through the hallways of Mona Shores. Compassion overflows from our sailor hearts and is truly one of the things that make Mona Shores one of the best districts in the nation. As we embark on our next journey, let us always remember to be the eye and kind, as one of our murals suggests. Sailor Nation has also displayed to us how to spread joy in all that we do. Whether it be by giving out free snacks after a hard day's exam, playing Quizlet Live in class to add some fun to studying, hearing the Friday song ringing through the hallways, or a warm greeting by Mrs. Bustard in the front foyer, the inner workings of Mona Shores thrives on smiling students. Mona Shores is a district where students want to come to school every day and are eager to learn. Here, we place such a high value on the importance of spreading joy that we're even able to get Buddy the Elf here every Christmas just to bring about some happiness. The kindness and joy here make up the atmosphere of Blue's House, and every student truly feels loved and accepted here. Let us remember how important those smiles were to us on our hardest days, in the faces of the teachers, administrators, and peers that helped put them on our face. Especially during this quarantine, we are able to recognize the value of a simple, joyful moment, and we shall continue to bring about these moments to others, even as we head off into brighter times. As part of our tradition of excellence, Mona Shores values dedication to others, one's schoolwork, and their team. Dedicating oneself to their beliefs helps cultivate a workspace of growth, as well as inspire excellence in all that we do. Our district promotes this idea by holding Ride with Pride to reward dedication to academics and hosting TED Talks to inspire students to contemplate change. Always showing how honing in on your craft can help one explore new ideas and deviate from tradition. Mona Shores alumni are creative thinkers and are able to spark change in all that they do by dedicating themselves to their project and purpose. This class will be no different, as we have had to dedicate ourselves to our academics and relationships in an unconventional way, yet while still having the same goal in mind. No matter where you go from here, remember the lessons Mona Shores has taught you, how important it is to show compassion and kindness, how valuable a smile can really be, and how essential it is to dedicate oneself in order to inspire change. Even though those doors closed behind us on March 13th, these ideas have not left us and hopefully never will. It is time for us to go out into the world and make a difference. But as we leave behind these walls of blue and white, these classrooms, and these teachers, let us not forget about our roots. Every one of us has found a home within Sailor Nation, and the clear, ringing line of the alma mater sings true by saying, "The spirit of the anchor long in us will live." As we travel near and far, we bring the Mona Shores spirit with us, and the class of 2020 will inspire excellence for generations to come. Thank you.
Good evening, Mrs. Bustard, Mr. O'Brien, Mr. Miller, and members of the school board. Thank you to each of you for all you've done to create this incredible event for us tonight. And a warm sailor welcome to our family, friends, and the terrific Mona Shores staff, all gathered here in support of those of us assembled on this field. Thank you all for coming. It is exciting to be here together tonight. I'm honored to stand in front of you on this long-awaited occasion representing the Mona Shores High School graduating class of 2020. Just 4 short years ago, we were preparing to begin our high school years as the class of 2020. At the time, it seemed like we had landed on a favorable graduation year. Countless times, I had been reminded how lucky it would be to graduate in such a year. And now, we do not feel quite so lucky. I know that I would not have handpicked these past months on which to end my high school experience, and clearly none of us would have. 2020 not only sounded and looked good on paper, but is synonymous with perfect vision. While we each may have held in our minds a perfect vision for what senior year and graduation would look like,
those plans obviously became a blur. It has often felt like a decidedly unlucky time to be graduating, and yet it is not luck that will help us to succeed and thrive in our lives. There are lessons we can draw from our time of social isolation that our textbooks would not have been able to teach us. Lessons of perseverance in the face of uncertainty, self-reliance, and of fortitude. We have certainly come to understand that we can never guarantee what life will look like. We can plan and picture all we want, but our only assurance is in what we determine to do when we encounter a challenge. As we are faced with difficulties, losses, change, and isolation in this recent season, it may have felt easiest at times to give up. Instead, however, we dug in. We worked as sailors rowing against a fierce storm. We are all here today demonstrating our determination to do what I have heard best said by Mr. Morrell. We were able to overcome and adapt. We are here as the first set of seniors and students to ever graduate in a time of a global pandemic and national lockdown. Because of this, we have repeatedly been told that we are making history, that we will someday tell our children and grandchildren about the time that we finished our last 2 months of our high school experience at home and spent what was left of our class time on an app called Zoom. This is destined to become the "I walked 5 miles to school every day, uphill both ways" story of our graduation. Though this truth is sure to be a prominent part of our past, this is not the only time that the class of 2020 will make history. In this class, there are doctors and nurses that will care for others who face life-altering illnesses. There are teachers who will inspire kids toward new heights. There are those of us who will use trade skills to keep this world running smoothly and efficiently. There are filmmakers, performers, and musicians that will move us to laughter and to tears. Engineers that will aid in designing and assembling the details of life, and military members that will fight to protect our freedom. We will fill these roles and many more. And while our actions may or may not be written into history books, they will be engraved into the lives of those we touch along the way. The lives that we build up, assist, encourage, save, and inspire. Though this pandemic has become quite a memorable part of our story, let us not forget the other memories that we share. Memories of Halloween parades and parties in elementary school, the blob and scary storytelling at 6th grade science camp, the middle school cafeteria cookies that were somehow better than any other cookie, the karaoke room at Sailor Cell, the excitement before our first official dance that was Bon Voyage, the timid navigation of the high school halls as freshmen, the art of pretending to know every word of every song that came on at each dance or football game, the sight of Mrs. Hall decked out in sailor gear, traveling the hallways with her speaker on Fridays, the stress of the SAT that became the stress of deciding on college and career pathways, and the excitement we felt as we stood in line to order the caps and gowns we finally get to wear again today. Though I think we can now officially say that we've survived high school through thick and thin, we've achieved so much more than that. Though we did not get the spring that we expected to follow all of our hard work, we are not defined by what we did not get to do. We had accomplished so much before leaving school on March 13th and had exuded nothing less than passion and perseverance on the field, court, mat, stage, and in the classroom. However, we could not have done this alone. Each year, we've had teachers challenge and encourage us when classes became too much. When we were exhausted, the entire staff had energy and enthusiasm to offer us. At times, we've had to lean on our family and friends for the strength to keep pushing through. For the past 12 years, we've grown into the individuals that now anxiously wait to walk across this stage. In elementary school, we learned how to share. We were taught to take turns on the playground, give up the book we wanted to read so someone else could, and express our feelings. In middle school, we learned how to explore. Our school buildings blended into one chaotic bunch of kids, and we met the other 3/4 of the people we sit with tonight. We were offered band, choir, and orchestra. We were given options to discover for ourselves. In high school, we learned how to become. We began to shape our own opinions, identities, and futures. We've become compassionate, adventurous, and resilient. While life may not always take the shape that we envision, we are here today proving that we are prepared to take on any challenge that it will throw at us. The class of 2020 will overcome and adapt, and then we will go on to celebrate. Thank you.
One more time for Emily and Sophie. This time, I would like to take a moment to recognize and introduce our Board of Education. And I'm going to begin by introducing our Class of 2020 student representative, who you just heard from, Miss Emily Mann. And then I'll introduce our Class of 2021 student representative, Mr. Nia Wanji Monroe. Board of Education Vice President, Jean Cooper-Kuiper. Board of Education Secretary, Christine Bernaugh. Board of Education Treasurer, Candace Boyson. Trustee Jay Keeson. Trustee Haraya Niagos. And Trustee Wesley Wilson. And Board President, Mr. Stan Miller, who will share some brief remarks with us at this time. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. O'Brien. Every year, this is the third time I've been up here, and every time I think we have to change this agenda so that I don't have to follow the student speakers. Everybody knows you're not supposed to follow kids or animals, and I have to do it every year. I don't think I'll do as well as they did, but some year, huh? We live in interesting times, hard times. But hard times make strong people. And as Ms. Mann mentioned just a little bit ago, your strength and your resilience are an inspiration. In the face of a triple threat of contagion, it's not just the novel coronavirus. It's also the disruptive and divisive politics and the civil unrest that we haven't seen in this country in 60 years. All of that will end. I don't think that your generation will be the one to find a cure and a vaccine for the coronavirus, because I hope and believe that that will happen before you have the chance to do it. But there is a chance that your generation just might be the one to see through the wedge issues that divide us and find common ground. And your generation just might be the one to solve the problems that have brought protesters back to American streets. And you know why I believe that? I believe it because hard times make strong people, and strong people make better times. I also believe it because there are other contagions at work in you. Because kindness is contagious too. And I've seen that in the ways that you've found to continue your community service and to continue to support each other in a time of virtual learning and social distancing. Courage is courageous too. And I've seen that in so many of you as you've stood up for what you've believed in, and in every one of you as you've persevered to earn your diplomas through unprecedented disruptions in your academic careers. And hope and determination are contagious too. And I see that right now, looking out at you, even though I can only see half of your faces. I see that hope and determination. This thought isn't original with me, but many of us have felt for several months now like we're living in the movie Groundhog Day, living the same day over and over and over again. That's part of what makes today so special, because all of us here, Mr. O'Brien, Mrs. Bustard, the staff, the teachers, the school board, the parents and friends and family who are here to support you, we all have the tremendous privilege of sharing in a true milestone in your lives. But I'm also reminded of how Bill Murray's character finally broke the cycle of Groundhog Day. Do you remember? He started focusing on other people instead of on himself. So, today, focus on yourself and your achievement. You've earned it, like no other class before you. And then, go to your colleges, your careers, your military service, and focus on other people, and infect them with your kindness, with your courage, and with your hope. Congratulations.
Thank you, Mr. Miller, for your remarks. It's greatly appreciated. Our next senior song, entitled "We Finally Made It," is written and performed by Skylar Fellows and Timmy Schneider. Enjoy.
We don't know how tomorrow comes. We keep holding on to being here. And even though it was a shot in the dark, we held on to that spark and kept it near. And oh yes, the time has come. We're ready to run into the clear. Oh, we finally made it. We're ready to chase it, no matter the fear. And though we're learning to love it, we're ready for this week, for the future years. Even though the tunnel may not seem clear, we can count on that light to appear. And even though we'll all go down different roads, we'll always know what we have here. And oh yes, the time is now to stand up with the crowd and face your fears. Oh, we finally made it. We're ready to chase it, no matter the fear. And though we're learning to love deep, we're ready for this leap, for the future years. Oh, we finally made it. We're ready to chase it, no matter the fear. And though we're learning to love deep, we're ready for this leap, for the future years.
Thank you to the entire staff at Mona Shores, and thank you for everyone for coming today during these trying times. Congratulations, class of 2020. We made it.
Absolutely amazing. I need everyone in the stadium to know that these seniors who wrote these beautiful words of wisdom and speeches and songs did so behind a screen and in their homes. They did so from the heart, and they never thought that maybe they'd get that day where they could do it in front of all of you. Let's give our senior speeches and our senior songs a round of applause. So proud of you guys. Well, it's that time. Many of you graduates told me, I want to just walk across that stage. Don't take that from us. Today is that day. Before I present the class of 2020, we know that graduation is the most exciting time for all of us. Their names are going to be read in just a few moments. So I ask that when that happens, please refrain from the horns and the screaming, and yes, please cheer, but let's make sure that the next name everyone in the stadium gets to hear. Thank you. And now, for the presentation of the class of 2020. Mona Shores Board of Education, I have completed my duties to this class and present them to you for graduation. Each of the students before you has completed the requirements set forth by the Board of Education policies, thus having prepared themselves under the rigorous standards of Mona Shores High School. I commend them to you and recommend that they be granted diplomas signifying their commencement from Mona Shores Public Schools. Will the first row rise, please?
Megan Elizabeth Adams. Anthony James Allen. Kobe J. Allen. Avery K. Anderson. Brooklyn Alana Joy Anderson. Morgan R. Anderson. Sarah Dawn Elizabeth Anton. Mitch L. Bailey. Morgan R. Baker. Olivette Page Balzer. Owen Nathaniel Barnard. Trevor Dylan Barnard. Sebastian Jeffrey Barnett. Gypsy Jensen Bates. Riley Joseph Bays. Lauren Grace Beamer. Nyasia Hope Tashia Bernard Gardner. Ava Maxine Bentley. Kyle McNeil Berry. Jenna Elise Bitzer. Ethan Jeffrey Black. Ethan Arthur Borsma. Aislinn Alicia Bone. Elijah Bound. Joanne Idris Bradford. Alex David Berker. Dade Brian Berker. Camden Larod Briggs. Caden G. Broersma. Al Lucille Bro. Savannah Patience Bush. Blake Michael Bustard. Brenna Ann Bustard. Malachi Joseph Carr. Andrew Arlen Carrick. Elena Leanne Carrillo. Madison M. Cass. Morgan May Cathy. Santiago Stark. Bianca Leanne Crum. Brendan William Searlack. Marvin Galleon Cisneros. Hannah Michelle Clark. Kerrigan Paige Conaway. Lauren Olivia Cornell. Heath Austin Corey. Ava Elizabeth Crago. Madison Jane Cree. Lindsay Marie Cross. Amaya Patrice Cunningham. Jaden Renee Cunningham. Emily Rose Custer. Kiera Shanae Monique Darkins. Chase Michael Davenon. Jaylene Ray Davis. Megan Ann DeLong. Morgan N. DeLong. Camden Patrick DeRuiter. Josephine L. DeVoe. Bailey N. Dew. Cambry Jean DeWitt. Nicholas James DeYoung. Grant Michael Dietz. Luke D. Diller, excuse me. Leah, whoa, guess that one's not there, my bad. Jarrett J. Drabchek. Kylan Amori Duncan. Jacob R. Dunn. Lauren Faye Dunn. Cameron C. Durham. Hunter M. Dusen. Danielle M. Eggleton. Margaret Escobar. Jacob Charles Farnquist. Skylar Rochelle Fellows. Sydney Ann Fetters. Brianna Marie Fields. Mateo Thomas Fierros. Cameron Fills. Brett Fitzgerald. Thank you. Blake Alexander Fry. Connor M. Fritz. Jordan Elizabeth Fuentes. Caitlin Ann Elizabeth Funderburg. Sarah E. Gappa. Niley Joe Gill. Alexander Stephen Gorchak. Austin Thomas Grimm. Olivia C. Hagner. Alina Marie Hall. Ilana Renee Hardy. Aiden Arend Hart. Treshawn Lamar Hatcher. Sabrina Page Haverkamp. Thank you.
Logan Hunter Heckema. Hayden J. Helmer. Morgan Nevada Henson. Caden A. Hillman. Eleanor Elizabeth Hopper. Jalen Raki Hobson. Christopher William Horvath. Maya Jada Lee Wren. Austin D. Rushak. Samantha Marie Hunt. Jordan Nicole Houston. Grant Hillen. Najee Tremise Ivy. Kylie Noelle Jackson. Rain Patricia Ann Jackson. Riley Denise Jackson. Tatum Mary Jackson. Gabriel Maurice Jensen. Ashanti Denise Johnson. Nicholas C. Johnson. Jaya Lynn Jones. Paige Morgan Judson. Nolan Michael Kasher. Anthony R. Castor Jr. Zoe A. Kelly. Tyler L. Ketchum. Joshua Hyun Kim. Spencer Paul Clearder. Elizabeth Savannah Noel. Caitlin Brianne Knowlson. Chloe Maxine Knowlton. Ashley Marie Kuzmera. Anthony Jordan Couric. Janaya K. Christine Lee. Michelle Faith Lewandowski. Xander Chance Lindstrom. Maya Angelina Lips. Lakeys Larico Longmire. Abigail Helen Lopez. Gabriella Corinne Lopez. Olivia K. McDonald. Emily Beth Mann. Alexia Monnier McCoy. Latanya Monnier McDaniel. Maya Ann Janae McDonald. Yamaja Monet McLemore. Brendan L. McNarlin. Jabria Janae Melton. Kaylin Marie Myers. Frank Alonzo Miller. Josh D. Miller. Madison Mills. Daron McKee Mitchell. Serena Nadine Mitchell. Caden W. Molema. Nicholas Hunter Mioy. Nathan S. Murray. Alexa Elizabeth Musk. Michael Z. Myers. Madeline Ogle. Abigail Marie Parmer. Brishana Cherie Pashal. Laquita Manier Payne. Derek T. Pennell. Brandon James Thomas Percy. Malin Lewis Peterson. Trevor Edwin Peterson. Emma R. Pisecki. Grace E. Pisecki. Cameron R. Picard. Erica Lynn Pletcher. Logan Potts. Ezekiel Austin Powell.
Morgan Ray Ralston. Sophie Marie Recknagel. Katrina M. Reeves. Christina K. Richards. Caitlin Lacey Marie Riley. Christopher Michael Robinson II. Andres Diego Rodriguez. Sarah Roman. Samantha Nicole Roselle. Cooper Allen Sabrin. Ramneet Kaur Saini. Timothy J. Schneider. Jacob Austin Schuler. Kenneth John Schultz. Kaylee Marie Scott. Kiswa Claire Szyminski. Mariah K. Skeens. Kamara Day Smith. Jessicana A. Smith. Cameron Allen Sobish. Maximiliano Spagnolo. Cy Jomeric Spencer. Nathan Jeffrey Staple. Dakota Rose Steinhauer. Jordan Robert Steese. Megan J. Steketee. Olivia Grace Sturdivant. Ethan R. Sutton. Delaney Rachel Souzer. Neil Souzer Welsh. Robert Thomas Swanker. Malia Grace Swartz. Sandra Michelle Tallman. Cody J. Terpstra. Kiki Noel Timothy. Ryan Cole Chapkus. Dallas Michael Todd. Colby Trovinger. Reese Turnage. Megan D. Tweston O'Toole. William T. Urban. Maya F. Vanderberg. Hunter Douglas Vandermolen. Surya Joe Van Ord. Ori Allen Vanderwall. Madison Elizabeth Van Etten. Ethan Cole Vitek. Emily Susan Walker. Gabrielle Renee Ward. Jaden Joy Warren. Braden M. Wazalewski. Lexus Rainey Weinrich. Krista Lynn Weller Schwartz. Jared J. West. Alicia A. Weddick. Karaya Monet White. Carol Jean A. Whitman. Cooper T. Wieringo. Brooke Alexandra Allen Wilkes. Miles Quentin Williams. Nicholas Michael Wilson. Connor Winiger. Justin Winiger. Wilson Wu. Alexander Lee Yeomans. Caitlin Elizabeth Zagman. Jesus Villegas Zambrano, Jr. Diana J. Zimmer. Devin Anthony Zedor. T.J. Ziegler. Karaya Hartsema. Thank you.
Yep. You did it. You made it across the stage, class of 2020. That's right. I like those bleachers rolling. I love it. I love it. I love it. So graduates, it is tradition that you may move your tassel from the right to the left. And yes, toss it gently so it comes right back to you. I'll give them a second to try to find theirs real quick. In keeping with tradition, we are honored this evening to have an alumni and Director of Special Education, Mrs. Jennifer Briggs Russell. She will lead us in singing of the Mona Shores alma mater. You can find the words on the back of your program. We would love to have you all join in. Please welcome Mrs. Jennifer Briggs Russell, and would you please all rise for the singing of the alma mater.
Hail the colors blue and white, our loyalty we give, and the spirit of the anchor long in us will live. All the days of fun and friendship ne'er forgot shall be. Mona Shores, our alma mater, we sing praise to thee. Through the years of life and learning, full if oh so few, ere your memory will inspire us unto heights anew. As we go our separate ways, your image we will see. Mona Shores, our alma mater, we sing praise to thee.
In just a few moments, our class of 2020, it will be official. Your journey as a Mona Shores graduate has come complete. And we look so forward to hearing about all of the amazing things that you accomplish in the years to come. Just a few housekeeping items. If you could meet your family at home, we're going to exit to the parking lot. Seniors, you're going to head back to the staging area and to your cars. And I can't wait to see you again and hear all the great things that you do. Thank you, everyone, for coming and attending. This concludes our commencement ceremony. Thank you. Be safe, and best wishes to the class of 2020. Seniors face this way. We'll exit one row at a time. Let's give it up for 2020.
Well, everybody, another graduation has come to end. God, year 2020 has been an incredible year, but what a fantastic finish, my friend.
Oh, and ending the way that they have with the year that they had to deal with, it was a perfect night. It was a great ceremony. All of the music, the singing by the students, it really was a fantastic evening for this.
Yeah, the pomp and circumstance, you take, the COVID is a horrible situation for all of it, for everybody in the world. It's not just the United States, it's global, a global pandemic. But when you turn a negative into a positive like this, with social distancing, wearing a mask, the right protocol, you create a great event that these kids will remember forever.
Yeah, and just absolutely thankful for the opportunity to do all of this. The equipment that we have, the people that we have working with us. Johnny was not able to be here tonight because last night setting up, Johnny injured his ankle running across the soccer field. So Johnny, if you're out there, I know you were on there earlier. If you're watching still, hope you're feeling better. I know you were gonna take it easy and rest that ankle.
Ice elevated ibuprofen. Now we don't have workman's comp for him right now, do we?
Well, you have to be an employee first.
Oh, we have to be an employee. That's right. Yeah, full-time employee
is he considered employed? I don't know if he's.
No, in full.
Well, let me check with Conrad.
Yeah,
on that.
that's
we'll see
right.
if we can get some workers' comp on that.
We've got some news to share, though. With this done now, the 2019-2020 academic truly season comes to an end.
Yes, this is the culmination of that year.
Why don't we take a minute to project down the road?
So
with the MHSAA, I really think we need to talk about some athletics now.
Yeah. So as these seniors leave and the next students coming up from the middle school and the next batch of seniors getting ready to start, everybody's anxious. The academics is obviously one thing that everybody has to gear up for, but there's also a lot of pride and a sense of normalcy whenever you when you can play sports. And just like everybody else out there, we've been watching what the MHSAA is going to be deciding. We're keeping an eye on what the governor decides as far as which step in the process of getting through this pandemic we are. We're hopeful. We're hopeful that we'll be able to be a very big staple in providing people with access to the sports that we're going to be seeing this fall. We already know that almost without a doubt there's going to be a limited amount of people that are going to be able to attend sporting events, if at all. We don't know that yet.
Yeah, if at all.
So the services that we are able to offer through Sailor Nation Sports Network becomes a critical piece of keeping.
And it's funny you mention that because the Grand Rapids Public Schools are going all virtual, but sporting events will have no fans in attendance whatsoever. So that's one huge district in itself that is going to say no fans. It's a glorified scrimmage. That means something. The MHSAA now just cleared fall sports to a phase-in project is a term that they use. We're starting here Monday with conditioning.
Sure.
Coach Kozak, defending 2 state champions in football, going defense of their state title starting Monday at 7 o'clock with conditioning. Freshman, JV, and varsity will be on the practice field, and we're good to go. Following week will be some limited practicing time. No equipment yet except for helmets. And the third week we get into 2-a-days.
Right.
So it's a phase-in, delayed process that's going to get started with all fall sports at this point. And basically, fall sports will be driven by the numbers.
Yeah.
And will be driven by COVID at this point. We just got, you were just sharing with me and this is really a bummer for Shores. For River Rouge at the Fall Classic at Wayne State's been canceled.
Yep, no game at Wayne State, we know for sure. We're still waiting to see whether or not they're going to have the game at all against River Rouge.
Coach Conrad has reached out to River Rouge, invited them to come here, and we'll see.
So, yeah, we'll see where that brings us. But We are getting ready to wrap it up here. Everybody seems to be moving their way out of the stadium as directed in the social distancing parameters that were given to everybody.
We hope
Nick?
everybody enjoyed it.
Yeah,
It certainly was an honor for us to do what we've done these last 2 days.
Yep. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to sign off now, and we thank you for joining us for this graduation 2020. Finally, they were able to graduate. Thank you all for tuning in. For Nick Davros, for Kim and Kodos, and Noah Kanukin, this is Joe Kanukin signing off. Sailor Nation Sports Network. Have a great night.